Once called Carolina's Stadium, it now goes by Bank of America Stadium. Or more simply, the Vault, as we're here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Today, we see who's better in the NFC between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. For some, the final chapter of the season. For others, a final week before the playoffs. And we're off in Week 18. And he made a push for the 30-yard line before going out just a bit shy.
At their own 29-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Ready? Bronco 80.
There's a dive up the middle. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Four yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Get it. Ready.
Back to throw. He's got his man. It's the rookie out of Colorado. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
First down from the 42.
Here we go.
Blown back, it's the handoff. And 2nd down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
39-yard line.
Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Ready.
Pass play now. Going for his back, but it's incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Let's go now. Hawk 70.
3rd and long for him here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Really, I'm flipping through, Brock. That certainly wasn't in the offense's opening script, but if you're a defender, just how you wrote it up.
Yeah, defensively, that was a week of practice and planning visualized and executed in real time.
So here we go. This is that aggressive mindset they've been talking about. They're going for it here.
Go.
And they're going for this. He connects downfield. He has this down to the 34. What a play on 4th down. Give him the first after a gain of 27.
Got it. Ready.
10 at the 34-yard line.
Viking 18. Ready.
Sending him on the dive. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
This one will not connect. That's incomplete. They are testing this coverage on the opening drive, but it's holding up so far. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Come on. Let's go.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Went for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Now, this group likes to be aggressive. An early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick, and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either. I'm going to call that one a little tester, Kate. Kind of like a 5 to 8 foot putt. You really hope to make all of them, but you know, over the course of the season, you won't. In that case, it went right through.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Running this one off right. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. A gain of 15 there. And that is good enough for Atlanta. First down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
He'll look to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. On the move, past the 40. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
We've set it down from the 37.
60 Maverick! 60 Maverick! Here we go! Here we go! 7, let go!
First down, play action. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Let's go. Viking 18. Ready, up.
Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, that's the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Has it down close. And they don't get much out of this pass. He's hauled down a little shy of that 1st. It's 4th down now.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive.
Ready? Bronco 80. Let's go.
They're going to throw for it on 4th. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons pull ahead 6-3 in the 1st. All right, partner, one drive in, and we can say this guy's been perfect. 4 passes, no incompletions, and that touchdown to end it.
And you and I both know that incompletion will come eventually. Might not arrive for a while, man. That offense was humming on that opening drive, and they can't wait for their second bite.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Starting from the 5. And that hit, he's going to freeze him at this spot. He got stuck right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Throwing again on 2nd. Setting up the running back screen. And this is going to be a 4-yard gain. They're out to the 24.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Throw here, 3rd down. Defender is there, he knocks it away, and that's going to force 4th down.
We know in this league you can't start every game with scoring drives, but I think that's a clear picture of why you don't keep this drive sustained. Got to execute on the most important down, and that's 3rd down.
And this one's away and looking good. Nice angle on this one, headed towards the sideline. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30.
Their own 26-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Hits a seam at the 40. And he's all the way down to the 36. A pickup there of 39. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play.
Here we go, set, ready.
They give it to him again. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Pass play coming here. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's down very close to that 1st, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and just 2 to go.
Get it. Fix the Eagles, fix the Eagles.
They'll run the draw with Robinson. And they'll bring him down to put an end to this opening quarter. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. 7-3 is our score. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. Welcome back. Time for our 2nd quarter. The Falcons with a chance to score.
Come on, go.
From the red zone on 1st. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Hut, hut.
The quick throw completed out to the left. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Driving Dire Straits, it's 3rd and 9.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hut.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
The Falcons calling the field goal team's number this time. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
What a season this guy's having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Fielded at the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10.
Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll throw. That one's complete, right side. And he's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Takes the handoff, now to throw. Finds a man, right side. And he's down to almost, nope, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30.
Hot 70, hot 70. Ready?
He's dropping back to throw. Short pass brought in. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Get it. Warriors 70, 19.
Working inside the red zone. Buying some time right. And no one had a shot at that. It's at the back of the end zone, incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Come on, go.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
That's good.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Ready.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Panthers can tie it up with a second after cutting into the lead. This is Ryan Fitzgerald on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers tie things 10-10. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Ready?
Dive play straight ahead. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
They go play action on 1st down. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. They get 22 out of that play. And that is good enough for Atlanta 1st down. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80.
Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
They'll throw 3rd and long. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Here's a return from the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check smash. Check smash.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he is persuaded to go out of bounds just as he gets this up past the 30-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
1st and 10
Hey,
at the
Smith,
31-yard line.
Another carry for him. And he's only able to manage 1 yard. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Ready, go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this is going to get him right up near that 1st down. But he's marked short after a gain of 7, 3rd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Pass to 60.
Incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it's going to be 4th and short.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Here's the snap on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. 1st down now, ball at the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
A give now from the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
He's taken down at the
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
The give here on second. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas, and you see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
Check. Here we go. Check. 70 Lions. Ready.
Here's the handoff. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
at the 10-yard line.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9.
Cowboy. Ready.
This time it's a passing play. Comes near the goal line. And a massive hit near the goal line to keep him out of the end zone. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Come on. Come on.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Oh my! It's intercepted in the end zone. And the Falcons make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
First and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Here we go. Here
Probably
we go.
looking at our final snap of the half here on first down.
Go.
Line up the design keeper. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. Making some progress here. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that set you up for success.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
Viking 18. Ready, ready.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
Let's go now.
On first down, they'll run. He's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Blown back, gets the handoff. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of them on that run. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Offense to the line for second down.
Ready.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. A gain of 15 there. And that's a Falcon first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Running it now out of the gun. He dodged the tackle. Ooh, he made the most of that one. Didn't he give him 9 yards on that first down carry?
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
A toss now to Robinson. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Cup 19! Cup 19! Buffalo 18!
Third and long. They're going to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it. Leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
70 Lions! 19 tight! 19 tight! Go!
He'll throw it. He's got it to his running back. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Panthers look just about ready. First and 10.
Ready, ready?
They're going play action. They left him wide open. It's complete. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual-threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
First down, play action. Escapes the pocket. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
Ready?
All set to go now from the 35. Hand off to the back. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So they're left facing third and long.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Let's go.
Third and long for him here. Brought in right side. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Panthers first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Ready.
Running for the marker on second. And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers start the second half with some needed points. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game. Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
All is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10.
Nothing, 19. Ready.
They'll throw to start the drive. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
There's a dive up the middle. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. He picks up 15 on the play. And that is good enough for Atlanta, 1st down.
50-yard line.
Buffalo 18. Tag. Go.
Throwing now off the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
From the red zone on 1st. Hits him on the out route. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Here we go. Set. Hop 70.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And the pass is stopped before it can get to the 1st. Great tackle there to bring up 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th down and inches, just too tempting to pass up. They're going to go for it.
Get it. Ready.
They'll run it with Robinson. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
Kid, I don't think there was a single doubt in the building that that was going to be an RUN. And not a single doubt in the outcome either. Great push to drive it forward and get the 1st.
Come on. Unlock line. Unlock 70.
They'll try and punch it in. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal. At the Panthers' 7-yard line.
Somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it. Watch him do it.
Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's the Falcons with the ball. They're leading, but not by a ton. Second and goal coming up from the 7.
Cougars, ready.
That's complete right side. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons making a 9-point advantage. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Return coming from the 6. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. And that is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30.
At their own 26-yard line.
On the jump.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Seven Pirates. Down.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Has it downfield working the left. 20. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers making a 4-point game here in the 4th. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. You gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Ready. Cowboy 80. Let's go.
Here's the one back on the handoff. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Okay, to run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
Ready.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Tag. 60 bucks. Ready.
Going to the ground again on first. Good defensive effort here, drives them back across midfield onto their own side.
That's a pretty good look right there at the struggle offensive linemen have. Athletically, they're just not as fast as these linebackers. And if they don't win early, those linebackers outrun them and make a play like that behind the line.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
Working now from the gun. It is caught left side. And that will not be enough for a first down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. Picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Viking 18. Check out.
3rd down from the gun. He has the first over the middle, and he's taken down at the 30. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Set. Bronco 80.
handoff now from the gun. And they take this in for the score. The Falcons make it a 9-point advantage.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons make it a 10-point ball game. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
Finds a seam down the middle. To the house. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers making a 4-point game here in the 4th.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid, let him run.
And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal to tie this game in the 4th.
Panthers 31. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Has this at the 6. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
First and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Get it.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Now this is going to be a 4-yard gain. They're out to the 24.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Come on. Drag him 60. Gotta be lying.
Throwing off the play fake. Down he goes. The Panthers got him. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the 4th quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof was a big part of what put them playing from behind in the final stanza of this one.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
He's got this at the 27. That's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35.
First and 10. At their own 38-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Check, smash. Go.
They'll run it from the gun. Football is a modest game here, Brock. About 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Ready, ready.
Back to throw. Fits it through the middle. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
Ready,
From the gun, here's a handoff. And he'll get about 4 yards as that brings up 2nd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Back-to-back carries here. He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that first down. Picks up 4.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
70, hot, ready.
Another carry for him. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that first down. Well done.
First down, and they go right back to it. They're backed up. Not a stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there?
And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them, and Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers take a 4-point lead. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Mismanages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. We've set it downs for him from the 31. Setting up to pass. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled downfield, but look back where that flag rests. Yep, we got a flag in the backfield. I don't think this one's going to stand. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out.
70, Timberwolves.
He'll look to throw it. Dumps it off to his running back. Picked up by the Panthers. And we get a turnover on our game's final play, Brock. And with that, our time has run out. So the Panthers pick up the win here. And they end the season on a great note, Brock, with a W in the final chapter of this year's campaign. So for my partner, Brock Huard, and our entire crew,